Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to get back on here and mention a couple of things about what I have seen happen since I just recorded the past video, and what I'm seeing around here is just sheer desperation, sheer acts of desperation being carried out by the people that have been involved in this abuse. On the last video that I made, I mentioned at the end of that video how my family have manipulated children and used children to get their own way, to make things go their own way. And when people hear me say something like that on one of these videos, straight away they take that. It's like they take notes about the things I'm saying. They take that and they think, okay, she doesn't like that, so let's do more of that. And they actually believe that that's going to do something. Like, I can't believe that these people actually, they're delusional enough to believe that that's actually going to do something. I mean, that just sounds so ridiculous. So since I spoke to you last, they've told children, right? They've said, get some children out the front, get some children out the back. Manipulate those children to play in that area out there so she can hear them. Tell them to play loud so she can hear them playing. So this is what they do. They actually have got some children from around here. Someone has used their children and told them to go and sit in a certain place out the front of my house and pretend that they're playing in the burning hot sun. And they did the same thing out the back. So this is how desperate these people are. Then after that, right, there's someone that's sending traffic stalking past here. This person does it all the time. And they send loud cars, like V8s. So they're using the petrol sucking cars to do this, creating unnecessary pollution. And this person's been doing this for months and months and months. I know who one of the people is, and he's a local businessman that is doing this. He's been involved in this abuse and he's done so much, and when he's caught, he's probably going to jail and he's going to lose everything. So he's just so desperate right now, and he's sending these cars up my street. And then, right after that, I mentioned that person's name in the privacy of my own home. I said to myself, right, I know who's doing that. I said their name. It's a local businessman. And then the next minute, because my neighbour is watching me and listening in on my home, this is how desperate these people are. Then my neighbour starts doing something in her home. This is the woman in one of the units here that's connected to me. She started doing something, and I'm not going to say what it was, but what she was doing was just the most illogical thing. I can't believe it. And it was to try and remind me of the person that I just mentioned that's sending the cars up the street. Like, the desperation of these people is being shown to me in a way where, like, they just look crazy. Like, what do they think it's going to do? What do they think it's going to do? What? You're manipulating children. What's it going to do? You're hurting the child. You're teaching the child that that's okay. Then you've got people just unnecessarily going up this street. When they get out the front of my house, they put their foot on the accelerator so that the car makes the maximum noise out the front of my home. And this is a local businessman doing this. My neighbour next door, she's still poisoning my air. I want something done about this person. She's trying to control the air I breathe in my home, and this is just not on. So someone needs to take responsibility for this woman. If something happens to me, I want everyone to know that what this woman's been doing. She lives in number 23. She's hell-bent on taking my life. She's not going to. That's never going to happen. But she's also delusional if she thinks that that's going to save her. I mean, these people are just doing the most crazy stuff right now. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. This is how desperate these people are. It's like they're listening to me in my home and they're taking notes. And then they're like doing stuff like that. It's just crazy around here. I can't believe what I'm watching people do. People are just going crazy. And it's not going to do anything. And this woman that's breathing this smoke into my house, St. George Community Housing are responsible for the tenants here. I told them yesterday, they knew before yesterday though that this was going on. I spoke to some representatives from St. George Community Housing at the beginning of February. I spoke to them. I told them that there were neighbours that were able to control the air that I breathed in my home. They knew very well that that was happening. They knew very well that that whole situation was set up in a way to try and cause me to look crazy. The range hoods over the top of the stoves here, the 3 tenants that connect to my unit, their range hoods over their stoves have been rigged in a way where they can send whatever they like through the range hood, and it's rigged so that it's going into my roof and down into my apartment. It's supposed to be going out through the roof, but it's not. Someone has got in the roof, a tradesman or something, someone has paid a tradesman to get in the roof and rig it up so that everything from their exhaust fans comes into my house, so that it takes over my whole house and it affects my life. This woman in Unit 23, who's been trying to kill me for over a year, she's watching me in my home. She's basing her abuse on my movements in the house. I can't even meditate anymore because every time I try and meditate, she attacks me with this smoke. So I want something done about this woman today. I mean, if there was an emergency plumbing situation or an emergency electrical situation, they would have to deal with it today. This is an emergency, St. George. St. George Community Housing, I want something done about this woman today. She's affecting the air that I'm breathing, and if something happens to me, you are going to be held accountable for that, because she is a high-risk person here. She must be unstable to be doing this. I mean, who tries to kill their neighbour like this? Who does that? She is a hazard. She is a hazard right now. She's doing it right now. She's filling my home with poison, secondhand, disgusting smoke and disgusting germs from her filthy lungs. And I want something done about her this weekend because, as I said, if there was a plumbing or electrical emergency, they would have to come and fix that today. This is an emergency. My breathing is important. This woman is controlling the air I'm breathing. I've got every window open in here and it's still choking me. It's affecting my health. I can't handle toxins, St. George. I can't. I can't handle toxins in my body. I've got no choice but to breathe this because of this woman. Something needs to be done about her today. And if anything does happen to me, I want everyone to know it's the woman in Unit 23. She's been trying to kill me for over a year. She's poisoning me with her filthy, dirty lung smoke. She's disgusting. I'm actually getting phlegm in my throat, and I haven't had that for a long time, and my body is aching like anything, and that's because I can't handle the toxins. So I need something done about her today, whether it's a family or St. George. Someone needs to put a stop to her. She is a hazard, and no one should have to put up with a woman as disgusting as this trying to control the air that they breathe. This is just not on. Thank you for listening. And if she continues, I'll be back on here again.